Alright, this is the last of my 5 little golden books, and I said in the last video that this book was for Linda if she wanted it, but no, she's got one of the other journals. This one is for Beatrice if she wants it, so sorry about that. So Beatrice, that's the one for you to check out. So this one is Santa's Toy Shop. I covered up the barcode here with some yo-yos and a little vintage doily. I used this poinsettia fabric, some little pom-poms, some Christmas buttons. This is a fun and bright journal, and this one is spoken for. This one is not a design team project. It just kind of has an assortment of papers that I used. This is from that children's book, and this little bit of tinsel is vintage because it was in this book. So it's probably aluminum and not plastic. And this is leftover from last year. It's a page from Tsunami Rose Christmas list. I backed this paper from the book with craft cardstock. It's got some of this pretty red lace. Lace tag. So I have TLC Creates Vintage in here, and I have Studio 28E in here. This one's got a larger bead dangle. This is from that children's book. This is also from the children's book. I just backed it on craft cardstock. A vintage postcard and a vintage Christmas card. So cute. And here we have a large card. Somebody sent me several of these, and this is from 1986, but it has Santa's Workshop on it, a poem, so I thought that was perfect for this book called Santa's Toy Shop. A lot of these pages that the digital pages that I'm going by are Studio 28E. There's a flashcard. It's just got a bulb pin in it, a red one. And it's the Joker from this deck of cards. Norman Rockwell. Vintage tablecloth with a sleigh on it. There's a journaling spot here. This is from the vintage children's book. I think it was from the back cover. It had soft covers. So there's some vintage lace here and Tsunami Rose printable inside. These are both Tsunami Rose. I used Authentique. Authentique papers on some of these. This is also from the book, backed with craft cardstock. This is a vintage Hallmark Christmas invitation. There's some vintage ribbon here. Tsunami Rose printable and a vintage Christmas card. Another one of the cute little ones. Vintage tablecloth. This one I used a cutout from the Christmas list, Tsunami Rose Christmas list paper, and so inside the pocket I made this little booklet and used these flashcards. It says Christmas presents. It's got vintage paper inside, so you can either like write what you want for Christmas or write what you have purchased for others. Just keep it hidden, or do with it whatever you want with it. And this is from the Authentique paper, and it's a bunch of children's letters to Santa Claus. It was just a scrap that I had. Vintage gift wrap. This just came on my package from Doris. I covered up that Santa Claus with that tab. My throat's getting sore. This is the 5th book I've shown, plus I did a Happy Mail. This tab I punched out from plaid paper and I put an eyelet, but then I glued the eyelet in backwards, so it's got that part, but I think it looks cool. And this is cut from Studio 28E paper. I just made a pocket out of it. A vintage bridge tally and a vintage postcard. It's one of the tags that I made. It's got the velvet ribbon and some colorful rickrack. From the children's book. And this is from the children's book. Vintage Christmas card. There's a little black bead on the bottom of that. This is a strip from the Authentique paper, and it's like a naughty to nice scale. So I use these flashcards from Old Design Shop. This is from the children's book. This is vintage gift wrap. And there's a vintage recipe card from Betty Crocker Recipe Card Library for jeweled fruitcake miniatures. And a Tsunami Rose printable. This is a little bear in a stocking that I stamped and then painted. I stenciled 25 there, and there's another deer with a stall. There it is. Alright, so I'm done with the 5 golden books, and now I can clean up my mess and get ready to start on the Domestic Arts Christmas books. I am not done with Christmas yet. Thanks for watching, everybody, and be sure to visit my shop. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.